Good morning. It's been a while since I've spoken to you. Today I want to touch on a subject that I struggle with, and I'm sure there are people who struggle too, yet others don't struggle that much, whilst others don't struggle about it at all. It's consistency. Um, I learned over the years that consistency is very important. It's actually comes from commitment, comes from a decision. One decides to be committed and they become consistent, and also involves discipline, and courage and strength. It's actually involved a lot of things. And a couple of weeks I did, or should I say a while back, I did touch on what procrastination does. It actually crushes consistency. It crushes it like completely. It's like a battle between good and evil. Let's put it that way. So I have been saying to myself, let me learn. Now, the first person to perfect consistency is God. I'm just gonna have to just highlight that, and I wish everybody would literally, whenever you want to deal with the situation, refer to God first before you even take with your own initiative, because He is the birthright of everything good. I'm gonna say, if you look at if you look at the weather, nature, humans, our existence, it is He who has been consistent in it all. One, He still gives us the sun 365 days a year, in all seasons, to enlighten the day. Whether it's summer, autumn, winter, or spring, the sun is always present. The difference is how it travels in different seasons. Obviously, when it's summer and spring, it's more closer and more brighter. There are hardly any clouds to hide it. It's funny, when as a child I thought in winter and autumn there's no sun at all, but no, it's there. And He also has given us the moon to actually, and the stars, to give us light at night, whether we see them or not. They're still there. That's consistency. He's also given us the ability to have drawn the calendar from day 1 to day 30 or day 28. Although there are different calendars out there in the world, but there's one that's predominant that we all follow. you know he still gives a time of season. That's okay, from this month to this month it's going to be this season and everything. And He still helps us when we need His help. That's Him being consistent. And even though sometimes you feel like you're alone, He's not there, but trust me, He's there. He's just working on it. You just have to have faith. So He still gives us love with consistency. He still gives us rain. That's why we're able to plant and food through herbs. And He's giving us this consistency of birth and also this death. So everything in this world um, has to have consistency for life to go on. Now, look at, for example, what men has did with consistency. Men was created schools, for example, apart from anything else that men have created, because God gave men a mind to think. In schools, we know that, okay, there's a Monday to Friday children go to school, even though there's also now homeschooling, which again, derived from how you've brought up. You have your own setup, but the fact that the school is learning, you know what I mean. Take work, for example. I mean, you go to work Monday to Friday. Some people, the whole 7 days. I mean, different shift and everything else. I'm not gonna go into details, but again, there's consistency in it. The person starting their own business, they themselves have created a system and how to work things, and then the workers will follow it, and there comes consistency. Now, consistency, again, like I said, comes from commitment. Commitment comes from a decision and discipline. So it all just comes and flow, and it's part of life. It's like you actually joined a line of life when you know that what you started is now a system, and it's gonna go on and on and on. And even God Himself, again, He created His own systems with the nature. Look at how certain animals would eat plants, and certain animals will eat other animals. That's why they're herbivores and carnivores. There's a lot of things that I can relate to in terms of consistency. Now, I want to now talk to us who struggle with consistency, and I also want to attach to those people who are currently unemployed too. Um, a simple thing that I took this week, Monday, I was extremely lazy. I woke up late. And literally, I did nothing. I was sitting on the couch. I was a couch potato. I was down. I was like, no, I don't know what I'm doing, and I felt tired in it. Now, I made a decision. I was like, no, no, I may not have money. I might have anything, even though my business looks like it's in a standstill, but it's still going. Which is my business is in Bomba interior design, which means unity. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit down because I don't even know how to market the business, because if I market it, basically, it's almost like waves of water. Now, let me look at what I decided the following day. I said, no, I am not gonna live this life. So I said, the first thing I need to commit myself in is to wake up early. I was like, no, I'm gonna wake up early. Whether I have huge plans or no plans at all, or just little plans, or even if I have just one plan to actually fulfill a goal, let me just say it's more like goals. I woke up in the morning and I was like, no, I'm just gonna do washing and probably do some work. We'll see. And I ended up literally doing the roles of a housewife. That's what I did. I was working on the house. Now, I want us to now think of this thing of work. Obviously, if you wash, you clean, you're not going to be paid with money, but you would have achieved something. Remember, yesterday I achieved nothing because I said and did nothing. The only thing that I got from yesterday was to become more tired. The following day, I started to work. And when I worked, I did not feel as down. I actually had energy. Even though at the end of the day, I felt tired, but there was a reward. I've done something good. Which is something I want us to actually do. Sometimes the work you do doesn't have to pay you money, but it will pay you that dignity, that pride. That's, damn, I did something productive. And production is good for our mental health and our emotional health, because your thought will not, you won't sit down and start thinking too much, overthinking, until you now have to box yourself with depression or whatever that may happen. Then I was like, okay, the following day, I I was in a fight now. The fight was, damn, I'm tired. I was down. I was really down. And I'm like, no, it's because yesterday I was like working hard. I didn't have a much of a break. And now today I'm so down. And I was like, no, man. The battle I'm facing is internal. And it's especially trying to make me procrastinate, become lazy, and not become committed, and not have any goals, and not have any dreams, and not have anything to do. I was like, no, I'm gonna fight that. But I felt overwhelmed. I woke up early again, and then when I woke up early, I was able to bath like I did yesterday. Well, in the morning at that time, and I prayed. And when I prayed, somehow almost like something inside of me just got lifted up, and then suddenly the day went. And you know what again happened? There was load shedding. The electricity just went. Luckily, I had already eaten breakfast. And I was like, damn, the house is cold now. Although there was not much I was doing because I didn't have a plan, but I had a chance to learn something. I had a chance to read the Word of God. I had a chance to listen to other women preaching. I had a chance to do something productive. Although this time it was not as physical, I had a chance to also clean. I didn't have to do a lot of things. But again, there was productivity because I was learning. Yesterday I was learning day. And then today is today. It's a day when I'm actually saying, no, let me just speak to my people. Let me just speak to my fellow human beings. Actually, God's people, sorry. Let me speak to my fellow human beings that probably might have experienced troubles of consistency. Now, I'm in a journey, and in anything that you learn in life, you're going to have to journal about it. I'm in a journey of actually picking myself up, and I want to help you do the same thing. Which is why at the end of the video, I would like for you to comment if you have any questions, if you have anything to say. Maybe you'll say something that will actually teach somebody else or even teach me, because we are here to learn. So I am touching base. So like I said, in the book of Joshua, for example, God was actually even encouraging Joshua how to lead God's people. You know what he did? He was actually teaching him consistency. Read the Word of God. Do not be, read the book of life. Do not be discouraged. Be strong and courageous. All those kind of things. Because those are the part of things that God was preparing Joshua to have so that he can be committed in his mission. And when he's committed in his mission, he will definitely be consistent. And then the children of Israel will be able to cross the river of Jordan. So you know what I mean? So God was actually giving him the principles, the importance. Let's say, it was like he was giving him solutions before he actually tackled the challenges, because trust me, leading is not easy, because you yourself are being led. You yourself will make mistakes. You're human. And then there's another thing. There's another thing that the book of God touches on. This animal, this small creature that actually is quite industrious and is actually quite productive and consistent. Ants. Ants are consistent. Ants are industrious. That's why he says, go to the ants or you sluggard, because God hates laziness. Because even in the book of Proverbs, it does say, if you sleep too much, or if you sleep for a while, if you just rest for a while, like too much or something, not that rest is not important, it is, but if you sleep, then know that you will easily become poor. And that was what when I first read, I was like, so if you are really poor, it's because you're lazy. I'm like, yeah. Because what I can say is, God has given us the ability to work. The first people, according to the Word of God, that's basically able to work was Adam and Eve. They had to work the garden. And with that, there was going to be consistency. Now, obviously, the devil tried to ruin things, because in the beginning, human beings were meant to be innocent. That's why we are meant not to know what is good and is bad. That is why inside of each and every one of us, there's a battle of making a good decision or a bad decision, sometimes confused. But what I'm trying to say is, if you are human, and if you are actually having dreams or a vision, know that the devil will try his best to put you down. Know that the inner laziness or the inner battle in you, if you have a chance to say, I'm doing nothing, and you keep doing it, you keep on consisting of doing nothing, you will definitely become lazy in such a way that you will have nothing in life. And you'll be like this one person that almost like they wasted their life doing nothing. But if you keep on pushing, even if what you've done today is as easy as waking up early and just saying, thank God I'm alive. Trust me, something good is going to come. You're going to be able to accomplish things that are so great. Even though it's small little bites, small little portions like an ant. In summer, in summer, in springs, ants are the most busiest. They will just walk and they'll carry these things in their head. It's tiny little creatures. They're gonna carry these things and go back again, and then you see one going there, one coming back, doing that. Even bees are the same. Bees are gonna go and buzz around in summer, look for flowers to collect pollen, and after pollen they actually come with honey, and then with this honey it's gonna help them, and of which also might even help us, because if we eat honey, damn, it's so sweet. So you see how the importance of consistency is. So each time you are struggling in consistency, kindly consider the ant and the bee. Because in winter you hardly see them working. They're probably resting. And that's their way of resting. Our way of resting may be different from them. We may be working throughout the year. Then some people, then there are holidays, you take leave, you take holidays. That's how you rest. You know what I mean? And when you go to sleep at night, that's you are resting. You wake up again in the morning, you have another day to do. And if you have a lazy day, don't make it a habit. Work on saying, okay, so today I wasn't as productive. It's okay. I saw here and here the mistakes, but tomorrow is still a new day. That's why the word of God says, do not worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow has its own worries to worry about. So, let's work on fixing any problems we have with consistency. And believe me, we are going to make it if we believe. Okay, I hope you have a productive day further. God bless. Bye-bye for today.